One peaceful afternoon, a young boy approached his father, his eyes full of curiosity, and asked, "Father, what is the value of my life?" The father smiled gently, not rushing to answer. He quietly went into the house, retrieved a small stone, and handed it to his son. "Take this stone to the market. If anyone asks for its price, don't say a word. Just raise 2 fingers." The boy, surprised, nodded and obeyed. With the stone held tightly in his hand, he walked into the crowded marketplace. People bustled about. The noise of bargaining and chatter filled the air. After a while, an old woman with silver hair approached him. She bent down, looked at the stone in the boy's hand, and asked, "Young boy, how much for this stone?" Remembering his father's instructions, the boy said nothing and silently raised 2 fingers. The old woman smiled warmly. "Ah, $2? I'll buy it." The boy was astonished. Something he thought was worthless, and yet someone was willing to pay for it. Eagerly, he clutched the stone and ran home, his heart pounding with excitement, and told his father everything. The father listened attentively, nodded, and smiled kindly. "Very good. But this is only the beginning. Now, continue your journey." After hearing his father's words, the boy set out again, this time to a museum, a place filled with history and priceless art. Still holding the stone tightly, he walked through the vast corridors where dim lights illuminated ancient treasures. He stood silently in a corner, cradling the stone against his chest, patiently waiting. Time passed. Crowds flowed around him, barely noticing his presence, until a middle-aged man, dressed neatly in a suit and shiny black shoes, noticed the boy. The man approached, his eyes filled with curiosity and interest. "Young boy, how much is this stone?" Following his father's instructions, the boy said nothing, simply raising 2 fingers. The man nodded, smiling broadly. $200? I'll take it." This time, the boy was even more astonished. $200 for this little stone? A surge of emotions rushed through him, surprise, excitement, and confusion. Could this stone really be so special? He hugged the stone tighter and quickly left the museum, his mind swirling with unanswered questions. When he arrived home, he rushed to tell his father, his eyes shining with both pride and uncertainty. The father kept his gentle smile and said softly, "Very good, my son. You are beginning to understand something important." He continued, his voice deep and warm, "But your journey is not over yet. Now take this stone to an even more special place, a precious stone store. Remember, as before, say nothing. Just raise 2 fingers." Thus, the boy's journey to discover the true value of the stone and of himself continued. The boy quietly stepped into the precious stone store, still holding the small stone close. The atmosphere inside was different. Silent, solemn, with each gem displayed under soft golden lights, sparkling like tiny stars. As soon as he entered, an old man behind the counter immediately noticed him. The old man's eyes lit up, unable to look away from the stone in the boy's hand. He hurried over, his voice trembling with emotion. "Young boy, that stone. Where did you find it?" The boy remembered his father's instructions. He remained silent, gently raising 2 fingers. The old man gasped as if he had discovered a treasure of a lifetime. $200,000! I'll pay you immediately. I've been searching for this stone for so many years. The boy was stunned, unable to believe his ears. The same stone that was worth just $2 at the market was now valued at $200,000. He hugged the stone tightly and ran home, overwhelmed with emotion. Upon seeing his father, he eagerly shared everything, his eyes shining with a newfound understanding. The father listened patiently, then spoke gently. "You see, my son, the value of the stone, just like your own value, does not change. It depends on where you place yourself. In some places your worth will be seen, in others it may be overlooked." He looked deeply into the boy's eyes, his voice calm and strong. "Always remember, never measure your worth by how others see you. Choose to be in places where your true value is recognized and appreciated.